Well, now we have the pleasure to hear from another member of our governing body, Brother Geoffrey Jackson. He has a very intriguing theme. Are you there?
Are you there? Is your name there? Is your name written in the book of life? What book of life? Remembrance. Fear Jehovah, remembrance, everlasting life. Everlasting life. Remember, I will wipe out, be erased. So all of us surely want to make sure remain faithful, Armageddon survivors. Survive Armageddon, sheep-like ones, everlasting life. Everlasting life and everlasting life. The goats who will be destroyed at Armageddon. Judicial punishment, everlasting destruction. Everlasting destruction, not everlasting life. Righteous, unrighteous. Righteous ones, righteous ones. Remember, righteous, good things, righteous ones. Unrighteous, unrighteous, righteous, unrighteous. Unrighteous ones, horrible, vile things. Jehovah's standards. Education program, unrighteous persons. Righteous ones. Unrighteous ones dedicate their lives to Him. But will all the unrighteous accept that opportunity? No. Remember, all these unrighteous ones will be under the careful watch of Jesus and His fellow judges. Those who refuse to accept this help will be removed. Any who display a wicked attitude during the 1,000 years will be removed. With all these facts in mind then, good things, vile things, judgment. Let's think about those verses. Good things, and some will do vile things, good things, or they will practice vile things. Good things, vile things. Vile things in the righteous ones, sort of faithfulness. Righteous ones, of course, they need to remain faithful. The unrighteous ones. Vile things, judgment. Judgment, an evaluation or a probation period. Unrighteous ones, wonderful education work. They will be evaluated. And if they dedicate their lives to Jehovah, then their names will be written into the book of life. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, is this an adjustment to our understanding? Yes, it is. So now you think, now can you just run that past me again? Well, let's look at this little summary that will help us. Good things, judgment. Vile things, righteous or unrighteous, will need to obey the unrighteous. Training, faithful men exercise faith in everlasting life, everlasting contempt. It seems appropriate too that we adjust our understanding of this verse, the righteous and unrighteous. Everlasting life, and others to everlasting contempt. Everlasting life and everlasting contempt. This is talking about the final outcome after these ones have had an opportunity to accept the education. So those who are resurrected, who make good use of this education, well, they will continue on and ultimately receive everlasting life. But then on the other hand, any who refuse to accept the benefits of that education, they will be judged as worthy of eternal destruction. Righteousness, massive education work to direct the education work, righteousness. What a privilege it will be to see obedient humans become free from the burden of sin and death and gain perfection. These ones will ultimately attain to perfection. Perfection doesn't automatically mean that someone would get everlasting life. They were perfect, but before they could attain to everlasting life, they had to prove their obedience to Jehovah. They failed, perfect ones, survivors of the Great Tribulation. Will they stand faithful? Will they continue to support Jehovah's sovereignty? Or will some of them be like Adam and Eve? Be perfect, but then unfaithful. Test the integrity of Jehovah's servants. So each person on earth will have a personal opportunity to show where they stand on the issue of universal sovereignty. And their individual response will show whether or not their names should be written permanently in the book of life. Some, an unspecified number, will turn their backs on Jehovah and will not support his sovereignty. What will happen to those? Anyone who isn't found written in the book of life will receive everlasting destruction. But this is the good news. The majority of perfect mankind will find themselves passing the final test. Yes, and their names will be written permanently in the book of life. Isn't that exciting to think about what's going to happen in the future? Yes, now is the time Jehovah is preparing his people for this massive education work that is going to take place in the new world. So now's the time for each one of us to think about that question. Are you there? Is your name in the book of life? Yes, may your name be found written in Jehovah's book of life, and may it remain there forever.
Well, we sincerely thank you, Brother Jackson, for that very upbuilding and strengthening talk.
So now you think, now can you just run that past me again? Well, let's look at this little summary that will help us.
But if you give me just one more chance, I swear I will never lie to you again. Because now I see the destructive power of a lie. They're stronger than truth. I can't believe I ever hurt you. I swear I will never lie to you again. Please, just give me one more chance. I will never lie to you again. No, I swear. I will never tell a lie. I will never tell a lie.